All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our team call. I want to shout out Vanessa this week. She has hit Success Club 4 already, so I'm super excited. Super pumped for her. Woo, she's dancing. Love it. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We have an incredible speaker. Melodie Ryan is joining us for the call tonight. She's up in Canada. She is a mom of 2. She works at the hospital as a unit secretary in the rehab unit, and she has been a coach since 2015. She has hit Success Club 25 out of 27 months, which is absolutely incredible. Like, amazing job, Melodie. That's so cool. She married her high school sweetheart. Same thing as Carrie Lynn, right? That's so cool. And then she used to be a runner, but now she loves weights. So I love that. I love lifting too. So we are thrilled to have her on our call. She is a diamond coach and she's killing it with her business. So I'm super excited to hear from her and to be able to have her share her strategies and information and knowledge with us. So go ahead and take it away, Melodie. We're excited to hear from you. So you'll want to unmute. Okay. There you go.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
So you know what, you guys, it's funny because I'm usually hosting my team calls and I've talked on a couple other calls, but I always get nervous because I don't know you guys. So I can't call you guys out and be like, hey, how is this? So I'm just going to share my story quickly. And then I'm going to go into, a lot of people are scared of the inviting process. And I was there, before and I'm not anymore. So I'm going to kind of share with you how I've overcome that. But first of all, so I have just one of my coaches on. Thursday nights are not the best for my team because of kids' activities and stuff, but Leanne's on. She just called in, but Leanne, her and I went out last night and she is a teacher and she's an Emerald coach of mine. And we were just kind of had a brainstorm session. So shout out to Leanne. So I have been coaching since January 2015. You know, I am that kind of classic story of I signed up for the discount. I was a runner, gym rat. We moved out to the country and I thought, how am I going to get to the gym? And I was working 5 days a week. How am I going to get to the gym? How am I going to get my runs in when it's dark? Because, it gets darker early here in, where we are. And one of my coach at the time, I've actually lost my coach. She was a 2 or 3 star diamond and actually left the business. So, which is a different story in itself, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do this 21-day fix, but I didn't know if it was going to be challenging enough for me. And little did I know, she said, just sign up for the discount if you like the Shakeology. And I was one of those, I'm not a shake girl. I can get cheaper protein. I was that person, right? And I had fantastic results with 21-day fix. I lost 13 inches and 8 pounds, which I didn't even realize I had to lose. And I was doing it at home and we were in the middle of, we live out on an acreage. We were building and like moving our house. Like that last week we were moving. Like I remember doing the doubles in the morning at our old house and then the new one at our new house. So that was, I was able to do it and I shared that along the way and I wasn't even coaching. Like I was just like, this program's awesome. I'm sore and I feel good and da-da-da. And people were running into me and just saying like, Mel, you look fantastic. Your skin's really cleared up and what are you doing? So that's how I started with the business. It was probably like I hit Success Club like at one point like 29. Like just people were just like, what are you doing? And it was fantastic. Now it's a bit harder because it's, you have a cold market and, I've touched on a lot of my friends and family. So now this is all people that I don't know that I'm working with now. So so like you said, I've been at Success Club 25 of 27. The 2 months I didn't hit it was the month that I lost my mom this summer. So I did not work my business that month. My team was fantastic and stepped in, but I didn't do invites. And the other time was I was sick with pneumonia in the hospital. It was 30-year-old healthy thing. It was very rare. I didn't, so I was in for 3 weeks. I didn't work my business. I didn't do invites. Those 2 months, and it was like the month after that I didn't hit Success Club. Because I always find you get like that after, like the follow-up is when the follow-up for me is when I always hit Success Club. So that, I just wanted to share that with you. I always tell people that it's when I wasn't inviting and I wasn't working my business, I get that the downfall or the kind of the aftermath a month or 2 after. So that is kind of my story in a nutshell. So now I have been a diamond coach for now my kid is coming in. I've been a diamond coach since 4 months into the business, and you know, we still have our ups and downs and everything like that. Okay, you need to go.
I'm gonna be dancing.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. See, this probably happens with you guys too. So what I have found, you know, inviting is one of the 20 minutes. Thank you. Inviting is one of the major vital behaviors. And for myself, I'm not an organized person. You know, I like to have a clean house and things like that, but organization, like all these Excel charts, and I see all these coaches doing these fantastic things, and I don't do that at all. And if you guys are on this team and you're not organized, you don't have to be. You know, you can, but I write everything down. I scribble it down. I write down when I talk to them. I write down if they're having surgery soon, or if they're pregnant, or if they told me to check in with them in the spring. You know, I do that all the time with everybody that I'm talking to. I should have brought my book in. It's actually in my car because I did it a little bit at work today. So whoops, we're not going to tell anybody about that. But so basically I have been inviting to, since probably 4 or 5 months into it, when I realized like I was running out of like just friends asking me and things like that. And I'm not just inviting to challenge packs. I'm inviting to free groups, to learn about the business, whatever that I think that I can be of value to them. If I know that somebody is on a really tight budget, you know, I'm going to help them for free, for, you know, not saying for like I pay, like they're paying me, but I want to give them value and show them that I have value. So I am inviting people to different things in different times of the month. I run one challenge group a month, and I found for myself it's 30 days that I run them, and I run them the first Monday of every month. So even in that first month, I'm inviting people to that group. I say, you can still join. We're just getting started. You're going to get access, you know, within 24 hours onto your Beachbody on demand, and I will still invite to that. And then the second week, I start inviting for 3 weeks away, because you guys know when people are, yeah, I got to take a look at it. I want to check out the link. I want to talk to my husband. That snowballs. So don't leave those invites till the end of the month. Okay. So you've got to constantly be inviting. And the thing that, so what I really wanted to talk about today is fear of the inviting process, because I find that to even get to that, like I can tell you guys how much to invite and what to invite and how to word it. But if you're not doing it because you're too scared of that, of hearing the word no, or not knowing what to say, then you just got to think that people are in, it's not about us, right? Sometimes it sounds selfish in a way, but it's not about you, okay? If you send them a message and they don't respond to you, that has nothing to do with you. People are going through things in their lives, and the first bit, you know, I was like, oh, they must not like me, or they don't think that I'm knowledgeable enough, or they must think it's a scam, or all this stuff. And then later on, I found out that they were too scared to say yes. They were scared of the commitment. They may have been going through a divorce. They may have had somebody that was really sick in their family. And it's not about us. It might just not be the right time for them. And a lot of people just don't know what to say, because they want to support you. They like watching you, but they just don't know what to say. So I really found that out, and I found it out a lot in the hard way of when I followed up with people and saying, oh, like, you know, I'm sorry, I tried to chat with you before. I'm not sure if you read my read my thing. And then they say, you know what, actually this was going on. You know, I've been chatting with this girl for about, I don't even know, 8-9 months, and she's always gung-ho, and we've chatted on the phone, and then I was following up with her and she wasn't responding, and I was like, oh, I wonder what happened. A couple of days later, she wrote on her Facebook profile that she was an alcoholic and was going for treatment. And she just kind of came out and said that. I was like, wow, that's why she didn't respond. And I sent her a message. I am so sorry. I had no idea what was going on. You know, I support you and what you're doing, and nothing about the business, nothing about joining a challenge pack, just being a genuine friend to her. And I don't even know her from, like, this was somebody that I added on my network when I was growing my, you know, I'm still adding people daily, but this is somebody that I added and that I didn't know, but I still wanted to go out and be a friend to that person. So everybody is going through something that we don't know about. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is, sorry, my husband's now come in, so I just lost my train of thought. The other thing that I wanted touch in. Hold on. If anybody has questions in the meantime, just comment in there below. Okay, hold on. Now I'm like, I have it in my head. I don't know. I had the couple notes written down, but now I've lost my train of thought. Does anybody have anything? Question?
How many invites do you do?
Okay. Per week or per day?
Per day or week, yeah.
I try to go for 10 a day, for sure. Sometimes if something's happened, I'll go like, like shoot out 26 or like, I count them sometimes. I'm like, oh, and I'm using voice message a lot as well. So that is good. So now I just remembered what I was going to say. Sorry, I totally was like, I forgot what I was going to say. So what I was going to say is when I first started building the business and I realized that I needed to start inviting, I don't know if you guys, anybody have read the eat that frog or know that saying, I've heard of it. I was getting up, and I'm not a morning person. I do a lot of my stuff after my workout at night when I'm really fired up, and I'll spend, from 8 to 10 o'clock at night messaging people. But I found that I had to set my alarm, and I would do it 15 minutes before I had to get the kids up, and I would say, do your invites now. Hi, Vanessa's son or whoever's there. But so I just wanted, so I just did it first and got it out of the way, because there's so many fun things in the business. For me, I love going live on my Facebook. I love sharing my workouts or, shouting out to my coaches, things like that. But the inviting was not my favorite part. So I'm going to do that first, because the thing that you're scared of doing, if you're not doing it, that's what's actually holding you back from growing. So you need to do those things. And for myself, and I'm still guilty of this, is not inviting to the business enough or not sharing the financial part of it. And today I just did a post that it was Beachbody Payday. I haven't done that in a while, and I need to be sharing more of that. And that's why I'm not necessarily growing my network and growing my team as much, because I'm not doing it. It's a huge difference when you invite first thing in the morning. Yes. What happens if you wait until later? See, and that's when you need to find that time when you feel the most, pumped up and everything. Like before, mornings wasn't my favorite time, but it was like, you have to do this before you get out of bed. This is one of your vital behaviors. The rest of it is fun stuff for you. You love your challenge groups. You love your workout. You love your Shakeology. Love listening to your audio when you're driving. Do those invites first. Now I find that I get the most, here comes my dog. I find that I get the most like pumped up and stuff at night after I've had a workout and I'm feeling good, and I feel like this is something that I can share. Gunner, my dog, sorry. But anyway, so inviting is crucial, and you're not going to grow without it. I just pulled up this quote here earlier today, so I'm just going to go to it in a second, and because I found that it really pertains to this. So fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. And I failed in this business. We all have. If you haven't failed, then you're not trying hard enough. And I stand by that. Any successful person has had failures. I've done calls on failures before and kind of researched, and I was like shocked at all these crazy successful people, how they've been bankrupt and how all these things that have happened to them, they've been told no, 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 no. And then they were believed in their dream and they kept doing it. So just keep doing it. People are, and sending out one invite is not enough. Like I rarely get a yeah, for sure. No, what happens is they are like, oh, I'm scared, or maybe I'm going to tell them I don't have time, or I'm a busy mom, or it's not in the budget, but yet they go to Starbucks every day, or get their nails done. And it's hard not to come back and say, well, but you just keep being a friend, keep commenting on their stuff, keep showing them, learning about them, showing how you can add value to them as their coach. If you know that they're getting ready to go on a beach holiday, then tell them how you share transformations with them, share it on your social media. Make sure that they're seeing your posts. For the business side, I've really learned with this, with the coach sneak peeks, that we need to show people how we can help them. If they've never been on a vacation, a family vacation, we need to share that, even if it's just $100, $200 extra a week, how that can compound and make it to they can take their family to Disneyland. if that's what they're passionate, or if it's just to pay for their Shakeology. They love Shakeology. They love the health benefits of it. Show that, you know, if you're just doing helping people with challenge packs, that's paying for your Shakeology right there. So we need to, in the invites, it's not just, hey, I'm running this challenge group. Do you want to join in? Which sometimes it's so easy because you can just copy and paste it. But I don't find that works that well. I need to find what value I can bring to them. Some people don't care about working out. Some people just want that nutrition help. Some people, other way, so it's finding that and wording it in a different way. And that's like, I used to not be really big on the voice messaging, but now I'm finding I'm using that a lot, because instead of typing it out, like I use everything on my phone. I'm not a big on my laptop. I literally will be in my pajamas in my bed with my phone building my business. Like that's just how I do it. Or I'll be at the rink in the car with my phone, doing things like that. So you can just, I don't know if you guys, by a show of hands, who's using voice recordings right now to send out invites? So it's sometimes weird. People are scared of it. Don't be scared of it. I might sound different. Somebody told me from the call I did a couple weeks ago that they could tell I was Canadian by my accent. I was like, I don't know if I have an accent, but really, like, we all have unique voices. Just practice it. Just press, there's in the messenger, press record. And I'm usually like, hey, how's it going? Nice running into you at Walmart or whatever last week. How the kids are really growing, blah, blah, blah. Just chat with them. Or like, if you're just straight up inviting them to your challenge group, just say, I've got this challenge group running. I'm looking for accountability partners. And I think you would be, we chatted before in the past, and I think you would be a great fit. Can I reserve you a spot? Just like that. And people are like, oh, cool. I find I get now more people say, oh, cool. I didn't even know there is a voice thing. That was really neat. I had that today. It was actually when I was being rude when I first got on the call, was messaging a girl and her husband that want to sign up tonight, that I had voice recorded this morning, and she said that to me. So, use that, because people are going to hear your excitement. It's not like they're just reading a script. They're going to say, oh, wow, Mel really remembers that I said that. She remembers that I wanted to, put on some muscle mass. She remembered that. And that is not from me being organized with an Excel. That's just me writing in I don't have a book there, but I'm going to show you a book, but writing in my book, this is what they said on this date. You can't remember. Like, if you're talking to, sending out 10 messages a day, I'm sorry, you can't remember that. And sometimes you can get caught in oh, who's that person? What was going on? Take your book, I throw it in my purse and look through it. Or, if you can scroll through your messenger, but sometimes Facebook's not always the most user-friendly. So just try to remember, be a genuine friend. You're not asking people to give you $20. Hey, can I borrow $20? Or can you, you're giving them a program that's fantastic that you love. I share stuff all the time. People share stuff. Oh, go to this restaurant. It's fantastic. I'm loving this protein, stuff from Costco, this Kodiak protein powder. I don't know if you guys have that in the US, but just sharing that. Oh, where did you get that from? And then you tell them. Well, that's the exact same thing as what we do with this business. We're telling them, oh, this is such a great 21-day fix. It's so good. Look at this cool move that I learned. Oh, where's that from? Oh, it's Beachbody. I'm in this challenge group. You should join in with me. That's all that we're doing. So inviting, we have to stop looking at it as we're asking people for something. We're just joining. We're just asking them to join us. And we're just sharing the things that we love. Even if you're not on your, you don't have the perfect transformation. We all, come on now. We all don't want, or we're not exactly where we want to be. We're all on our journey. So just ask them to be part of it with you. And that's what I think that inviting is so crucial to this business. Like I said, the 2 months I didn't hit it is because I was not inviting. And that shows you, I started with 250 friends. I live on an acreage in a small town. I work in a small rural hospital. Our town, that I'm close to, is 11,000 people. I have now 1,000 people on my Facebook. And I don't have a lot of coaches. I have a couple. But so if you have requested for me to be your friend, it's not that I don't want to be your friend. It's just because I am trying to add people, grow my circle and not of just Beachbody people. Because if you're just adding Beachbody people, I feel that your newsfeed, you're not getting to connect. You're missing out on other opportunities with other people. So for sure, go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you back. Send me a message. I'm all about helping other coaches, because I feel that, you know, I came into this business. I didn't even know what the word MLM or network marketing meant. I was one of those ones that thought pyramid scheme. So I just did this by learning from others in the team and kind of YouTube and stuff like that. So, you know, just grow your network, add people, but invite, you guys. Don't be scared of it. Just, it's so hard. And I have the same thing with my team. I know that people in the team are like, oh, I don't want to invite them. I don't want to bug them. We're just sharing them, something that we're passionate about. And if they don't want to do it, that's okay. That's okay that they don't want to do it. They may come to you. I've had people now, because I've been coaching for, you know, over 2 years. That's been a year. And they said, I've been watching you, Mel. And I'm like, oh, I forgot that person was on my friends list. Like, I'm like, oh, they're like, I've been watching you and you're consistent. Like, and that's another thing. I can do a whole call on consistency, because that's another thing that's been fantastic, is showing up every single day, even when I feel like crap, even when I'm having crazy anxiety. You just got to show up, invite every single day. Don't let, you know, I've started getting people that I don't even know, made a couple rude comments here and there, and I was about my transformation pictures, and it's like, wow, did I actually make it? Like, people, there's always going to be haters out there, so don't let anybody hurt you or bring you down, because you guys are awesome and you're worth it. You're just sharing what you love, and that's all that I got to say. I hope that I answered the questions. Heather, let me know if I haven't. If there's anything that you wanted me to hit on.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Mel. So I love the part about how fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. It's so true. You know, I read something that said that fear is really just like something that comes from your imagination. It's not real. You know, danger is one thing, but fear is like a choice. You know, it's something that you choose. So it's so important to not take it personally if someone says no, or it's not the right time for them. And just remember that, you know, timing is everything, and this business is not about us. I love that you said that. And that's something that I have to keep in mind all the time, because, you know, there's always going to be bumps in the road, obstacles with your business. And it's so important to remember that this business is not about us. It's about helping other people. So does anybody have any questions for Mel? I'll go ahead and unmute everybody so that if you guys have anything you want to add or ask, happy to help.
Don't be shy. I'm always the person on calls, and I'm like, I have a question, and then I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm that student. But it's good. That's how you guys learn. You guys want to learn and grow. Ask those questions. There's no questions that you can ask me.
Hi.
You can ask me what my invites look like.
We're trying to be quiet so we can.
Okay, I want to see. Is anybody at Success Club? What their points are at? I'm hoping 2, possibly 4 tonight. Is everybody at 4? Good. That's awesome. You guys, yeah. So just keep 4, Vanessa.
Keep as 3.
3. Good job, buddy. You're on your mom's. Which leg are you on?
Stop.
I love that you shared, or you talked about how we share. It's not really selling, it's just sharing. Like when you know of a great restaurant and you want to share that with your friends, that's really what this is about. So don't ever feel like you guys are bugging people, because this business is a gift. What you have to offer them is a huge gift and opportunity and blessing. So I love that part as well.
I'll just add to that, Heather. Like, if you guys were to open like a pizza restaurant or like, you know, a coffee shop, you'd be telling all your friends and family. We've got an amazing opportunity that if you guys signed up as a coach with your challenge pack and it was free, like we have a free business, really, and you're using the product. I look at that as free to me, because I'd be using the product if I wasn't getting paid anyways. So we have this opportunity to have this business. Like, look at the top coaches out there, you know, like I'm not anywhere near that, but they've all done that starting from there. But they shared and they treated it like a business. The way that you treat it is how it's going to pay. So if you treat it like a hobby, then it's going to pay like a hobby. If you treat it like, you know, a part-time business, like, and so on and so on. But the beauty of it, it's your choice, right? Nobody can make you say you have to do this and you have to. as much that you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And I truly, truly believe that. So just know that we have to ask people. Nobody's going to come to you and say, oh, some people might, like, oh, what's that you're doing? I love that when that happens. But people want you to ask them. They don't want to be called, like, they want to be called out on it. They're like, oh, I don't know, I was scared to ask you. And like, no, that's what I'm here for, right? So you need to ask those people. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mel. I really appreciate it. Loved your call.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hope you have a great night. Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.